boy. Ooh, here we go.
Hi everyone, my name is Tamara Chambers.
Hello everyone, my name is Taylor Chambers.
And this is Tamara Just Saw. Woo. This is super late, and this movie came out forever ago, but I wanted to see it. And so we just saw The Shape of Water. The story is about a fish monster that was heavily based off of the creature, the first original creature of the Black Lagoon. It's about a woman who cleans in the facility that the fish monster is being held, and her story of finding love with this fish monster. I had a friend of mine who I was hanging out with because we're back home for the holidays, and her parents got back from seeing it when I was still over there, and they were like, it was unsettling for sure. And I so understand if people don't love it or if they find it unsettling or weird, because it was unsettling and weird. It was very dark. I loved it. I loved the movie. I thought it was so cool. It was such a good story for like misfits, and it was just really beautiful, and like it was this horrifying fairy tale. But the acting was incredible. It was really well cast.
It was well cast, yeah, for sure.
I love that the lead was not like Hollywood, like classically like beautiful.
Right, she was cute though.
She was so cute. And within like finding her character, she became even cuter and more attractive. I love that she had this like band of misfits that were friends, like a gay man in the 60s and a black woman, and then she falls in love with a fish monster. I think it was quite the band of misfits all joining together to make this happen.
It kept it lighthearted enough, in my opinion, that I knew that that was gonna end up that way. And so I was like, okay.
It felt very Pan's Labyrinth, but darker and more gruesome. But there's a softness to his films that are like, this is fine, and the music really accompanies it well.
Right, yeah.
You're right, okay, because I was thinking when you said that about like the fingers being ripped off and like the really racist shit.
Ew, gross. Spoiler. He rips his fingers off.
The fish monster eats two of his fingers off.
So gross.
And then they sew his fingers back on in hopes that they'll take, but they don't take, and they throughout the film get darker and darker and darker as he gets darker and darker and darker. You know this is gonna happen because you just know it is, but he
it's like his fingers are a representation of the man he once was.
Yeah.
Before this fish came into his life.
I was really enjoying it the whole time, but I was sitting next to my mom, and I was just like, oh, don't rip the fingers off, just for my mom's sake. Don't.
What did mom think about the fingers?
I don't think she loved it.
What?
I really like the Gil marks, and I love that she is like this seemingly so unimportant. Like she's a cleaner at this facility, and she's mute, and she's not like this Hollywood starlet, and she's like the princess of the goddamn sea. And I think it's really nice how they made her so important and so special and beautiful while not at all. She was very sexually driven though.
Oh yeah.
There's two scenes where she masturbates in a tub.
Who isn't though?
For sure, no shame. Also, I think it's really cool that she masturbated in a tub of water. Twice, both times in water, because she was so connected to water. And like that, it drove her, and she was connected to it, and I love that was the choice. Because it wasn't to show you that she's like sexually driven, or like she needs to find a mate, or like she just, is promiscuous outside of her own like prudely manner in work. It was to show that she's like drawn to water, and like she needed that. I loved it.
Wet joke.
Alright, well, okay, so we're done here. The fish monster was awesome. His design was super cool.
Yeah, he was dope.
His eyelids closing sideways was super cool.
I bet there's gonna be theories that he becomes Abe from Hellboy.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wrote down, I don't think it's for everyone. It's an off-putting film in some aspects, but...
Is it kind of bestiality? I mean, yeah, but like it's artistically done. And it's like you get emotionally connected to the bestiality.
So it's fine.
It's fine.
Art. They decide that if somebody else is going to find this fish monster, that they should just cut it open, find what they can, then dispose of it so no one else gets its secrets. So she is now on a mission to save the fish monster, And she does. Like, her little misfit tag team gets it done, and then he's living in her house for a while, and then she has sex with it.
And that mossy water. You know, it's gonna be all mossy.
I'm not putting that in.
I'm just saying, it's gonna be mossy and gross. Mossy and gross. Mossy and gross. Oh, it has to smell so bad in there.
So they were trying to figure out who stole the beast. And one of the lines is, this guy's like, I think it took at least 10 men to do it. And Mom, like, loudly was like, takes 10 men what it takes one woman to do.
Tell him, Mom.
That's right, Mama. You tell
Slay.
the 10 people in the theater.
Let every single one of them know that it takes 10.
I know this is late, and I know that probably the people who like really wanted to see this have already seen it, but I loved it. I loved it more than Pan's Labyrinth, which I really loved. I love the weirdness. I love a good dark love story. Would you recommend this to people?
Certain people, yeah.
I would recommend this to people. I think it's really good. I think it's weird. You feel weird while you're watching it in the best way, I think.
I like it. I like the movie. It was a good movie. Like, it did a good job. It is a little weird at parts though.
Yeah, I mean, something can be well made and really well done, which it was, without you but I mean, that's like liking it.
Any kind of truth that you can like unveil like in an honest way.
Mm-hmm.
It's uncomfortable at parts. It's funny at parts. It's, you know, it's what this movie was. It was all those kind of things.
It's a beautiful thing to say.
It showed a very, very bare part of like human
Yes.
psyche and like the need to be wanted and like all that. But then there's that one little part he's like, yeah, she's gonna fish. It's like, it's weird.
It's just odd.
And so like, but
Yeah.
but if you can get over that, it's a nice movie. Anyway.
I feel like it was mostly weird for me just because I was sitting next to my mom.
Yeah, Dad was weird about it.
We were all there. I loved the acting. I loved the characters. I feel like the 3 main characters were so good and so well developed. Oh, a part that you didn't like though that I really liked is the dancing part. The dancing sequence.
Oh, I thought that it took me out of it.
So there's a part where they're sitting at a table, the fish monster and her, and
when she starts breaking out, I thought it was
tell
funny. I couldn't help but laugh.
She knows that he has to go back into the ocean, so she's gonna release him into the ocean, and she wants to tell him that she loves him, and he's looking down eating eggs. So in her mind, she says, I love you, and then she breaks out into this song and dance. And the whole film, her and her neighbor had been watching older films of like dancing stars and singing stars, very glamorous, beautiful dresses. And in that moment, to tell this grand gesture, in her mind she can sing and she can like vocalize things even though she's mute, and she's in this beautiful dress and she's beautiful and she's dancing with the fish monster. And it was, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was so good. I thought it was such a wonderful like declaration of love.
I don't really know too much about the director, and so I was at that particular moment when she started bursting out into song. I didn't know. I was for like 2 seconds. I was like, "This is gonna go 2 ways, like one of 2 ways. Either it went the way it went, and this is just like this is how she's
a dream.
Yeah, this is like a fantasy. Like, oh my god, this is how like it's just so epic and like lovely and all this. It's swelling and it's like beautiful and they're dancing. It's a little silly, but it's like fun, yeah. Or this is the start of like a movie shifting event where she starts to like tilt off like the sandy skin, like, and she like starts to like get hostile for like the fish more, and like and people like, yeah. And I thought it was gonna like either go that way. I was like, oh man, because we've all been empathizing with this girl. So what if she's actually like, what if she starts actually going like crazy, right? And like I was like, oh man.
Also, you just said it's the start, and I just immediately thought you were gonna go into High School Musical. And it's the start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Oh, now I can hear something new. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all next week. Bye.